how to release disc compression and rehydrate your discs coming up next. A lot of folks who are suffering from sciatica have some spinal compression, some disc compression that may be a little more on one side or the other, or just the whole spine has some compression in it. So in a moment, you're going to see a practice that is essential, super healing to the spine to get those discs rehydrated, which actually creates length in the spine and actually can reduce compression on any nerve, especially the sciatic nerve, because it's so big. And that area down in the lumbar spine can get really sticky and compressed. So check this practice out, give it a try, and then let me know how it helps you. Cat Matlock here at FreeBody, and I'm bouncing on my little ball today. Actually, my big ball. It's a big giant ball, one of those big yoga balls or birthing balls. You may already have one at home, because this is an excellent, safe way to create more space in your spine by hydrating the discs, really nourishing to the discs in between all your vertebrae in your spine. So I'm going to explain how this works, why it's such a great thing, and why you should do it probably a little bit every day if you're having disc compression or spinal compression issues, degenerative disc disease, nerve pinching of nerves. This is such a great thing. So let's go. Let's talk about this ball bouncing thing that I got going on here. Many years ago, I had a herniated disc because I wasn't as aware and present in my body as I am right now. And over time of holding my body in a certain way over and over again, I had scrunched up my right hip high and my disc herniated out to the left. So over the years, I've been working very specifically to level my pelvis, to get things righted so that my disc could tuck back in and that herniation would go away. And actually, I healed it very quickly. But one of the things that was really helpful and is really helpful for the long term when you're healing any problems in your spine is to keep those discs as hydrated as you can get them. One way to do that, actually what I find is the safest and most effective way, is just bouncing on one of these yoga balls for a couple minutes a day. So you could see, and it's just this little bounce. You could start really small with just a little bounce. And what happens is that you're getting this little compression and then length. Compress, lift, and over time what's happening is you're pushing the fluids out with the compress, and you're opening space in the discs with the lift when you're up high, and you're pumping the fluids out of the discs. And every time you open, you're bringing more fluid in, fresh fluid, into those to kind of soften and hydrate those cartilaginous rings that make up the discs in between your vertebrae. Over time, when we get stuck with one hip higher than the other, or if we get stuck in a tuck and we're compressing, or if we spend too much time sitting or slouching, not carrying ourselves in good posture, all the reasons why we have an injury, all the reasons why we end up with compressive disc disorders or disc issues or disc dehydration. Over time, the discs get drier and drier, even if we're doing everything right, because it's just what happens over time as we age. Our fascia and our connective tissues just can get a little bit drier. So one of the ways to avoid that or stave off that aging process that's natural, and also the cumulative effects of all the bad postures and hits and falls and all of the things that create disc compressive issues in the first place, this is it. This is the way to help heal the discs so that your discs are as hydrated as possible, so you have as much space in between the vertebra so that you're not pinching nerves, so that you have space now for the vertebra to move, so that your tissues can be freer and you can be out of pain. Such a great, simple solution for hydrating the discs. So I highly recommend that you grab one of these yoga balls and pump it up so it's just a nice height for you, so that you're not unsteady. You want to be able to have your feet planted firmly on the floor so that you're steady and bouncing, so that you can hydrate your discs, create more space in your spine, and have a significant reduction in the limitation in your spine and perhaps in some of your pain symptoms. Kat Matlock here for FreeBody. I hope this was helpful. Drop a message in the comments if you've heard of this, or if you found this to be helpful, or maybe drop us a comment, say some other practices that you've learned or done to help hydrate your low back. Thanks for watching.